Oi, 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 don't worry, no worries. I'm gonna start. No, no bullying, please. Please don't bully me. Hold on. Alright. Now, some pictures, please. OBS, there we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this small, little preview stream. Excuse me, let me just bring this up. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well on this Friday. Got a bit earlier than I planned to, but I also might have to end it sooner, so I wanted to make it up. I haven't streamed in a while. Also, I haven't streamed yet from this new setup. Should be okay. Unfortunately, my upload speed isn't quite good enough to sustain both an acceptable bitrate and 50 FPS. So you're gonna have to, you know, experience 30 FPS. And the bitrate isn't perfect, so you're gonna see that once we're in game, it's not buttery smooth and crystal clear and all that, unfortunately. Yeah. But anyway. So, Juno divisions. Of course, as you see in the bottom left, everything work in progress, okay? So, anything might be subject to change. Obviously, some things are obviously not finals, others unsure. So, we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah. So, let's get into it. Let's start with the second Panzergrenadier Division, or what I like to call it. Let's actually build a deck so we can see veterancy and all that. What I like to call it, Fünfte Panzer, totally not Fünfte Panzer 2.0, because honestly, that's what it looks like to me. A better Fünfte Panzer Division, but you know, obviously, not everything is in the game yet. Towed units aren't in the game yet, so yeah. Logistics tab. Fairly standard, right? Well, like nothing really crazy. We have this thing from the Belgians, which, let's be real, for all intents and purposes, is the same thing as a M577 GA2. Sure, there are some autonomy differences and some slight speed differences, but other than, I mean, I guess the Belgian one can reveal influence, which is probably gonna get removed. I still don't know what the actual reason is, or you know, why can a unit reveal influence, or why not, right? An Iltis can, but a Fuchs Fufu can, and cannot. This one cannot, and the Sultan can suddenly. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is. The only actual, I guess, somewhat interesting new thing here is the CH-53, which for more than double the price carries only 250 extra supplies, right? It's like 1/7 or something. It's not a lot. Sure, you can fly with this thing, and it's pretty fast in the air, but like, it is very niche, and sure, on some maps or some situations, it might definitely be worth paying like more than twice the cost. But let's be real, that could be cheaper. But yeah. Infantry, now we're getting into some interesting stuff. First, keep in mind, small arms have been adjusted. I don't think battle rifles or primary weapons outside of SMGs maybe have had significant changes outside of the reload time. I'm pretty sure that was lower. G3 still, there's only assault rifles in SMGs, so currently G3s are assault rifles. I definitely hope that Eugen's gonna change it. I also definitely hope that the 885 meters on assault rifles is gonna be lowered. Eugen wasn't very clear as to what and what wasn't work in progress or final in this version, so I can only guess. Nothing has been fixed on the unit cards, no. SMGs have pretty much the same rate of fire as before, so they got an indirect buff in a sense. I'm not sure about accuracy. I think they used to have perfect stabilizers. Wasn't it like 40-40 in both? I'm not sure. I haven't really used SMGs a whole lot, so yeah. It'll look funny with the police heads though. Now, M40A1. Recoilless rifle. I'll be honest, it's incredibly underwhelming. I cannot tell you how they work in game. I think if I read that correctly, I haven't tested yet, they are not able to enter buildings, neither those nor ATGM infantry. So it's hard to say what the noise value is, because strength, of course, 0.5. Are they actually gonna get one shot in the open by tanks? I don't know. Yeah, the range isn't particularly great. 17 AP isn't too bad, but 4 RPM, it's kinda cringe, I'll be honest. Available to the 5th Panzer Division as well, of course. Wasn't SMG 8080? Someone else said 3030. One thing I think is correct is that it had perfect stabilizers, i.e. no like extra accuracy stationary, but honestly I don't know myself. But yeah, Rico's rifle currently kind of underwhelming. I think it has the same range as the light M67 used by the Americans. So maybe that might just be work in progress. They copied some sits over and forgot to adjust them, or they are adjusted on there and just not on this build yet. Again, hard to say. Nothing really has changed much here, well, except for the MG3, right? MG3 is an MMG, so apparently it's not gonna get any extra accuracy the closer they are to the enemy, if the blog post is to be believed. But they deal more suppression and have some AoE in terms of suppression or something, apparently. I don't know myself yet. Is the RCL RPM this low on vehicles? I don't think there's any vehicles with this yet, because I believe the only... Let me add a unit real quick. Not like it matters. I think the only blue 4 vehicle with 80 Rico's rifles right now is the M113, and that has... Oh, that also has an M41. You're right. I thought it had an M67 for some reason. No, you're completely right. Thanks for that. It has the exact same stats as that thing. Why is this ordered differently here? There we go. Yeah, no, thanks for saying that. Yeah. Strength of 0.5, how does that work? I don't know. I haven't been able to play yet. But yeah, exact same sets as the thing on the vehicle. And 40 rounds. Those two guys carry 40 rounds? I find it a bit hard to believe. I mean, they're 90mm rounds. But yeah, not a lot of range. Now, infantry-wise, nothing much has changed here except for the MG3 changes, really. Now, Milan carriers, also 0.5 HP. Fuchs Milan still only 5 points more, yes, but the Fuchs got nerfed to 25, so the Milan essentially got a 10-point price nerf. I think it was 25 before the Fuchs Milan. I still think it's too cheap, I kind of agree. No, where is the thing again? 30 points for a 19 AP here. The Milan is a good bit better here than in Wargame. Honestly, probably still too cheap, I agree. How can I have to click on the infantry itself, huh? Yeah. They have 0.5 HP again, I don't know how that works. Apparently they cannot enter buildings. There's 2 Milan 2 squads that are identical, by the looks of it. Obviously what differentiates them is their transports, and of course these are for now exclusive to the 2nd Panzergrenadier Division. Apparently, once again I haven't tested yet, Fallschirmjäger units, or in the current build only the Milan 2 squads, these guys supposedly should be able to as well, if I read that correctly, but currently only these guys can. You're able to deploy them in a forward position, similar to recon units. Spicy, especially with units like these. Yeah, might be changed. Or maybe, again, take it with a grain of salt what I'm saying here, right? I'm paraphrasing, maybe I'm misremembering some stuff, maybe I misread stuff, okay? So don't, but yeah, these guys you can deploy forward, that's why they cost 5 points more. Also, of course, they have different transports. Milan 2, Milans seem to have gotten a range reduction. I seem to remember they used to have the same range as TOW missiles. So, yeah. Fallschirmjäger. Panzerfaust 3. 21 AP. Currently 20 RPM base. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get, or hope at least, it's gonna get reduced to 10. 21 AP. Decent range, very good accuracy. 60% actually, in Wargame has 70%. Wargame has also more AP, but the whole heat AP got a bit more squished together here in WARNO than in Wargame. Yeah, of course. The rest is, all these guys, they're the exact same as the 5th Panzer Division. You can see they're also in the 5th Panzer Division. The only thing in the infantry tab, ignoring availability or like activation point costs for now, but when it comes to the actual infantry. The only thing that's different, for now, are these 3 squads. The Fallschirmjäger squads. Everything else is the exact same. Maybe get some more or fewer cards of certain squads. But when it comes to the choice, only the Fallschirmjäger units differentiate this deck in the infantry tab from the 5th Panzerdivision. And of course, the amount of slots and what they cost and all that. You know. Artillery, nothing new. Apparently this Panzermörser, I'm not sure if that goes for both divisions or only one. It's gonna get replaced eventually by a towed version of the Tampella mortar. There might be some other towed artillery, FH-155 or something they're gonna get. Again, I don't know which or if any of these are gonna get replaced. Lars 2 got nerfed a bit, and apparently dealt too much damage. Panzerfaust 3 is out of time frame. Apparently, it kind of isn't. Again, I'm no authority on this. I'm not an expert. Believe what you want to believe. I'm just telling how it is. Apparently, there certainly were a good amount of them ready and in partial servers or something, and Eugen essentially decided to only give them to quote-unquote, elite-ish squads or fancier squads, like Fallschirmjäger. That's why Panzergrants didn't get them, for example. In time frame or not, I think it's good that they're in, just because they increase diversity. I'm someone who doesn't really care all too much about realism. Was it in time frame? Was it not? Was it a prototype? Was it not? I want different divisions to play differently, and ideally also the deck building to be different. But again, I'm just paraphrasing. It's kind of a similar deal to the AIM 120 that you get on, for now, only the F-15C, also just very, very rare. Yeah. Whether Eugen is stretching something here or not, again, I'm no authority. Don't blame me, okay? Tank tab, also very, very similar. Main difference is, for one, you get a striker. You get fewer Leopard 2 or 3s, only 2 cards. And you get 2 cards each of the Leopard 1. I'm pretty sure they are only 1 card in the Panzerdivision. And you only get 1 card of the 2A3 command tank. Why is the Panzerfaust 3 30 RPM? I'm very certain that it's not intended. Given that Panzerfaust 44 and similar other things are only 10 RPM, I'm very certain they're gonna get reduced to 10 RPM too. If not, at Eugen and not at me. Again, work in progress. I'm pretty sure that's not final. At least I certainly hope so. Again, tank tab, not very different. Recon tab. Now these, on a 5th Panzerdivision you get the Alouette, here you get the bow. Potato, essentially same role, same thing, really. Jäger, Aufklärer, Fuchsrasid looks same deal as before. Now you get these guys, which, whoop-de-doo. Sure, for 10 points less, you lose the MG. You're 10 points cheaper, but you're weak against infantry. You get a lower instead of the Panzerfaust 44, and your transport is a Spartan. Okay, I guess. Nothing really crazy different. If you're into that. You even get fewer per card, which I hope is not intended. Because they're cheaper. At least make them like 8 per card, so there's at least some reason to take them over Aufklärer. If you even take those, right? Why take those when you have Jäger Aufklärer? Although it's hard to say currently how good the MG3 and the general infantry balance is with the whole pseudo rework. Now, the crazy part, the Fallschirmjäger Aufklärer. Definitely not intended to be 40 points. If they are intended to be 40 points, then Eugen, what are you smoking? Panzerfaust 3. 4-man squad. Panzerfaust 3, MG3. Essentially an objectively better Aufklärer squad. Of course, they have also some different transports. The bow and the Iltis. For now, these are the only 2 units, like these guys and the normal Fallschirmjäger. Only 2 units with the Panzerfaust 3. I'm sure that once we get a Fallschirmjäger Division or something, we're gonna see more of that. And then we have Scimitar and Scorpion. One with good and the more expensive one with very good optics. Same chassis, of course. L23A1 heat gun. Pretty mediocre AP, range, accuracy. As what feels like every tank and whatnot, 10 RPM. I sincerely hope they're not gonna keep it that way. Like, it'd be so horrible for the game if every tank and whatnot had 10 RPM. Please, Eugen. And then the Razzmann, which is pretty sure supposed to be 30 RPM. 30 millimeters. Once again, hard to say how good the rate of fire is just purely based on the set card, because we know the salvo length and the reload time of the actual salvo, but we still don't know what is the reload time or the time delay, whatever you want to call it, within these 10 shots, right? How long does it take from the first shot to go to the second shot? If it's 1 second, half a second, 1/3, 0.1 seconds, who knows? It's like such an important detail that they just omitted. Like on tanks, like this, that reload after every single shot with a salvo length of 1. Obviously, that doesn't exist because they're always gonna reload the whole salvo when that's 6 seconds. And currently the same on like infantry weapons, which for some reason also have a salvo length of 1, which kind of doesn't really make sense. And I hope they're gonna change that too. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Anti-air tab, sorry. Not a lot of choice here, huh? They are, I think, gonna get the iHawk as well, towed AAPs, but that's essentially 2 AAPs to choose from, because who in their right mind would actually use a Fliegerfaust? For 2 activation points, no less, because there's no way in hell you're not gonna use a Gabbard or iHawk. Fliegerfaust might be a nice bonus, but not for 2 AP. Gabbard 1A1, more expensive, but also got buffed, more range. I believe it didn't have a stabilizer before, but a good bit more range. Both versus helicopters and aircraft. Against helos, I believe it was 2,450 or 2,625. In any case, it used to get outranged by the Kokon ATGM. But yeah, significant buff. Or, in terms of its lethality. But of course, it got a hefty price nerf as well, which was more than deserved. If you ask me, all the AA, even without buffing any of it, could need a price nerf, because honestly, I said it in the blog post video today, I think like all planes in AA all should just get a hefty price increase, because plane and anti-air gameplay right now is just so dull and boring and just spammy. Again, different discussion. Helicopters, not much to choose from. Same boat that the 5th Panzer Division gets, and then we also got one with the Hot 2. Yeah. Isn't this new for the 5th Panzer Division? I'm pretty sure we didn't have this in the previous iteration. But I didn't really use them a whole lot anyway. They're kind of squishy, and helicopters without stabilizers, or helicopters in general, are just kind of weird right now. At least ones with missiles. Rocket pods are kind of okay, but missile helicopters, outside of the Kaiba Warrior, I haven't really used them a whole lot because they just didn't feel like... I don't know. AA for a lot of divisions is kind of cheap. You see Stingers everywhere, Chaparrals everywhere, Iglas everywhere. Helicopters right now in a not so great place. And 5th Panzer, both of those, that's just me not never using them. Planes, there's some new stuff, there's also some old stuff. We have some G91s, 3 per card for a 40-point plane. I guess I see why they don't want to like let you like spam 6 of them out, but then if you don't want that, maybe just make planes in general more expensive, and then you can increase the availability to like 4 per card again. 4 G-bombs, looks like napalm bomb icon, but it's an AG bomb. Pretty low AG, like those are 119 kilogram bombs, right? So not very lot. Not that fast, virtually no ECM. Yeah. Rocket version as well. Probably at least probably kind of decent at least. Same speed ECM, of course. And the third one has napalm. Sure, if you're into that. F-104 GAT with some semi-active missiles. I'm just gonna put it in because I want to try it out. I don't think it's gonna be good, but if it's anything like Wargame, the second missile is almost guaranteed to hit if there's range scaling. Era 3. Sure. It's not particularly fast, like 556 kmh is... Oof. It's like A10 fast, right? A10 has a similar speed, I'm pretty sure. Tornadoes, exactly the same ones as we had before. I think this one actually was removed. We only had this very, very shortly in the 5th Panzer Division, and then it was removed. As you can see, only available for these. Supposedly, the Tornado couldn't really carry Mavericks. Again, I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. If you have a Tornado with Mavericks or an F4F with Mavericks, like the 5th Panzer Division, whoop-de-doo. MW1, of course, still kind of crazy. F4F HE, different than the 5th Panzer Division one. I'm pretty sure the 5th Panzer Division carries like 8 or 12 MK82s. This one carries 5 MK83s, same one carried by the Tornado IDS. Only you get 5 bombs instead of 3, and the plane is at 3 per card instead of 2, for some reason. Sure, a bit slower, but you also have better agility, so sure, I'm gonna take that. Tornado of 3, 250 points for an ASF, while shit like this costs 175 points. Come on, you should make Hey, I unpinned this. Eugen, please. Hello? Get this away from my screen. No! It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it. Yeah. Turn 3. ASAPs right now, I think, is except for like the cheap F104Gs or something. They were kind of nice because they're so fast and such. But I'm not sure if these expensive ones really are worth it. Although I guess in this deck, maybe since you don't get Rolands. And then the vastly overpriced Tornado Seed, 30% ECM. Yeah, Alarm has the same stats as the AGM 88 Harm or whatever it's called. I still put this in just because I want to test it. Actually, it's put in the Harry Tier 3 just because it's so slow. I'm just gonna briefly build this deck. Obviously, we want some Fallschirmjäger. I'm gonna use them in the 2 cards in the Unimac, 1 in the UH10 just to test out the forward deployment thing. Use in the Iltis. Take some in the Mother 1 and 3. I think we can upvet you. I do like me some Pioneers. The Armbrust. I do like me some Jäger. I do like me some Sicherung. Not gonna put in these just yet. Just some water, please. Regards of you, one of you. Like that. I just wanted to take. I don't think it's particularly good, but it's also only 80 points with 23 AP. And it has to have mediocre stealth. Obviously, gotta take these guys. And a helicopter. Jäger for early land grabs. Take this and this. We can upfit you. Anti-air, 2 Gepards, please, all we need. Take the more expensive one. Still have a lot of points left because I didn't fill this out. Should probably put in this actually. 2 points left. Take a bow. Alright, that's his deck. So all ATGM because of mediocre stealth now. I think they might. At least the American one I'm pretty sure has. I haven't seen the other ones yet. They do. Sturm Conquers have. They also have Conquers, right? Yep, this also has. They all do. Alright, let's take a look at the East German one. The whatever Modschützendivision. What are we gonna call this? Well, this is 7th Panzer Light, I guess. Well, nothing really crazy new here. Get a supply helo, that's cool. Infantry tab, SPG-9 is new, for now only in this division. Slightly better than the, in terms of range at least, than the M40, but significantly less AP. Significantly better rate of fire though, so there's that. Also Fallschirmjäger, so I presume they also get forward deployment. Fagot and Fagot Fallschirmjäger again, so presumably again forward deployment. 16 AP, same range as Milan. And as always, all these East German squads, or infantry squads, get pretty good training. And a Conquer squad. Actually the only one with pretty bad training, or normal training, let's put it that way. Non-Fallschirmjäger variety, so no forward deployment. 23 AP has been confirmed, I'm pretty sure, to already not be intended, so that expect this to get nerfed to 20. Can you take an analysis and see if the fire rate has increased? Maybe later. For now, after we took a look at the new divisions, we're gonna actually play them. Now, Pioneer, they're all not new. Now, Fallschirmjäger, of course, they are new. Nothing really crazy though. They only get 1 MG though. The Modschützen have 2 MGs. This is a light support weapon, so they should get increased accuracy with closer ranges, unlike MMGs like the MG3. And Fallschirmjäger only one. Yeah, only 1 RPK. And 1 with the meta squad. Still RPG 7 VL. Like seemingly every squad. Meta stores, that should be kind of nice. You also got the MIT with some rocket pods, so that's cool. And Fallschirmjäger Führer with the RPG 18. Modschützen, same ones as East Germany. Panzerjäger, same deal again. And Mordschützen, whatever SMG is supposed to mean, I don't know. 3 MGs, the Soviets also get a squad like this. 3 MGs is an MMG, which again supposedly is not gonna get extra accuracy at the closer ranges, so it's always gonna be stuck at 34% accuracy, if you wanna call it stuck. But 3 MGs, which means, you know, compared to these guys, 3 times the HE and 3 times the suppression. And it was implied that they have some kind of AoE effect, we'll see. Low rate of fire as well, though. Yeah. But you get 9 per card of them at veteran, whereas these only come at 6 per card. These don't, actually. I'm not sure if that, how much of that is intended or not. Looks like the mass range was buffed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyway, obviously want to try out the Fudge Mega. Let's get the Meta Squad. I'm only gonna take the Meta Squad for now. You also only get 1 card of these guys. Let's take... Even the thing is are these guys actually even worth taking over Modrits, right? Because here's the thing, and that I find really, really sad, and again, I don't expect them to change that. In Wargame, you had veterancy and training options, right? Why would I... Unless, you know, of course, I want them in a helicopter. I guess they do get forward deployment of Archmaker, right? But, you know, if it wasn't for that, oopsie, there would be like no real reason to take. I mean, they are 10 points cheaper, admittedly. Still, I'm sad that training is not a thing anymore. Because without training, units with the exact same equipment are always gonna perform the exact same, just based on veterancy. And working with 2 variables. But you know, wargame this, wargame that. I know. I'm gonna shut up already. Let's take 1 card of you, I guess, in the truck. At least you're kind of cheap. Motors and BTR in the SPW70 because SPW70 is nice. I mean, if the the transport is already called SPW70, right? Why call the Motors and BTR then? Just call the Motors and SPW then, right? Or am I taking crazy pills here? As always, though, Motors still incredibly should still be incredibly good against the vehicles because they come at high availability, high veterancy, and you know, MGs we will see. Let's take 1 of you guys in a Jeep. You should be able to forward deploy. Let's take 1 of you guys as well, because we can. Let's take you in a BTR-50 PK, because why not? Just take 2 card of you and take you on the lead. Let's see how that works out, huh? And probably take something like a Pioneer Squad. You know what, let's take you guys, because it's such a high rate of fire. Artillery, we got this merch. I'm gonna take 2 cards of that thing. Hold on, I need to take a look at this before we continue. Yes. Like the M270 is still 400 points, right? But here's crazy thing number 1. The Uragan at 270 was, at least in my eyes, but like who can really, you know, can't really disagree with that, come on. Was in my eyes already better than the M270. Sure, the M270 has a tiny bit more HE and suppression, but the Uragan has 4 more missiles. Or rockets, excuse me, is faster, so you know if you need to evade, you can better. And it's like it was 130 points cheaper. Now they buffed it from 270 to 250, while the M270 is still 400. Now there's a Smirch. Oh right, that has AP. I'm stupid. It still messes with my brain that it says penetration and not AP. It still messes with my brain. And I still find it annoying that AP is like this big number and then HE and suppression are the same size. I think AP should be a bit smaller and HE a bit bigger, so those 2 are the same size, and then suppression be a small underlying. It's wargame brain. It's still gonna take the Smirch because it's big boom rockets. But hold on, I can just compare to the M270 with cluster. What am I doing? I'm actually brain dead. Right, it's Soviet, right? Yeah, I'm... Right? For 20 points more, you have the exact same stats. I mean, it's still a bad trade to pay 20 points for nothing. And lower speed and lower autonomy. I mean, okay, like I'm playing it a bit up here, you know. This is a preview version, and you know, pricing and such is probably the last thing that Eugen, you know, looks over before like releasing something. What I mean is the last thing is first to worry about, you know, units behaving like they should behave and all that and stuff not crashing. Still, sometimes I'm like, you know, there's essentially one unit to compare to. Just look at that unit's price. Or who knows? I guess there's always a possibility that in another build they had, the M270 already got price buffed, and maybe they compared it with that. Yada yada yada. Who knows? Anyway, tank tab absolutely horrible. T55 still kind of bad, honestly, especially when you look at like Leopard ones, or if you have to go up against the base M1 Abrams. Yikes! Good luck. Yeah, no T72s at all, and yeah, 14 AP is all you get. Like that's big yikes. Like T72s, I haven't actually looked. I don't think they got buffed. As kind of mediocre as they are, especially again if you go up against base M1s, at least you get something, right? But here you're stuck with just these T55s. Ugh. I guess just take them, because what else are you gonna do, huh? Take one of these because they have medium stealth now. You get these guys. Now this is intended, right? You're like, what? American weaponry? This is intended. If you read the one of the recent blog posts, you know. But this is intended because they're supposed to be like behind enemy lines, you know, false flag, not false. What you know, secret operation, whatever. This is intended that they have American weaponry, so that's kind of fun, I guess. They have one with satchels and M60s and one with laws. I'm definitely not gonna take these guys, I think. For one, they have an MMG, which I expect to be worse than Sauce. We'll have to see. Let's take these guys. Yeah, in a ground transport, we have also Aufklärer. I think he got changed a bit, I'm not sure. MI2, BRDM2, PT76, so that's gonna be interesting. Definitely wanna try this out. 10 RPM as well. Looks like better sets than, no, actually very similar sets to the, what's the gun called? The L23? The one used by this scimitar. The CRV scimitar used by the Belgians and the Brits, I guess. Am I too sure? Why not? And I guess chance some cheap Aufklärer. I mean, I guess for 5 points more, I might as well take the one. But then again, they're 12 per card. That's kind of nice. Even if for 5 points more, you get 3 more men. Just having so many per card, kind of nice, honestly. Bit light on recon infantry, like that can actually fight, but let's see. We have like our infantry that, you know, moderates and should still murder stuff. AA, same as before. Strela should have less range. Shilka should have less range. Doesn't appear that it does have, or maybe they just got Shilka and what's it? Birjusa. Maybe they just got unified. I'm just gonna take one of these. Maybe one works out. I kind of find it weird that you could like one of these on elite, but you get like 2 Osos on elite, and the Oso is just so much better. But yeah, helicopters. There's this thing. Try to pronounce this one. That's a mouthful. Lots of different variations, but it's not really that different. This one is unique with the R60s. Sure, you get 2 of them. 40% accuracy. Yeah. 3 AG. Get this thing. Absolutely disgusting. You're supposed to pay 200 points for the, and you wonder when nobody buys helicopters, huh? AA is cheap as fuck and hits everything with its first shot. Helicopters are like 1 or 2 per card and just don't work properly, and people wonder why there's no helicopters. Yikes. I'm gonna take this, I think. Also, 70 points more, all you get is 4 Kokons. And partially I also just want to test out if they did anything to helicopters. I don't think they did, but we'll see. Like, what is this? Awful. Is AI any better? I don't know. Air tab. Nothing crazy new. Biggest new thing is this is apparently unique. Whatever, but you also get MiG-29. For now, only for East Germany. I haven't taken a look yet if the Soviets have gotten a new MiG-29. Just gonna put it in because I can. These are still 4 per card. These got nerfed to 3 per card. Again, I don't know why they're 4 per card. I still think they should all get like a just 100-point price increase, you know, to all these SC-22s, SC-24s, all that shit, and nerf AA as well. But I'm gonna, yeah, I said it often enough. This piece of shit is still 3 per card, but I'm not gonna use it because I'm not a piece of shit myself. Just going to use these 3 planes. Should probably use like an AG bomber. Then again, nah. With 2 more activation points. Yeah, let's get some additional recon. Take another cut of view in the MI2, right? Sure. Just briefly check if everything's in the right transport. You're not. You know, here's what I dislike, right? When I take this Machitson, select this, and click twice on a plus to add them, right? And one of them just got taken default in whatever is the default transport. Why not just repeat the same thing you just did, man? Come on, usual. Yeah. This is, 3 per card into 4 per card, like I said. So is this, so is this. There will have been some slight changes, but for some reason these are still 4 per card. True, planes are slower as well, but that might in some cases actually be a buff. Right. Alright, let me actually take a look real quick. Soviets, no MiG-29 here. There's some other things I wanted to take a look at. Has this always been 405? Was this a... I mean, this has been 300... Did they get like a slight price nerf? Honestly, some units I just haven't used in such a long time. I don't even know what has been nerfed and whatnot. That definitely is still 250. I've always like just used the T80 BVK. There have been some things I wanted to check. I forgot. Right, Shilka and Beryusa. I think they used to have different ranges, but it seems like they got. Yep, same range now. Accuracy difference. And don't forget, of course, spec shots travel faster. Right, let's see if we can get a game going. I'm gonna play with these guys first. Let's play on lakes. Because like I guess 2 lakes is good for testing out infantry changes. Alright, I wrote 6th Panzer to 5th Panzer 2.0. I'm a smartass. T62 is not in yet. They showcased the model, but it's not in the game yet. Ruins, the ruin change, whatever that entails, should also be in the game. We'll also see how that looks. Can you look over the new changes for existing Soviet US divisions? There have not been a whole lot. I think the biggest thing. Right, I can't check the armory. Whoops. I think the Americans also got. I mean, there's ITO and the TOW 2, of course, launchers. I forgot to completely mention it. That's, of course, a big deal. Americans did not get a squad. Soviets got a squad, just like the East Germans did. With the. Sorry. With 3 MGs, right? ITO gunners, right? Soviets also got one like this. I guess that's fancy and all. This is still 140 points. Not really a whole lot of changes. Alright, he's ready. Let's go. There we go. Alright, let's see. No map changes. So, is it me or is this a bit tighter up there? Anyway. Oh, they also removed the unnecessary color to the side. It feels like they slightly cleaned up the UI, but I don't know. Yeah, this definitely looks tighter, or is it just me? Let me actually like take a look at a recent recording I had of WARNO, because I'm really not sure if it was just me. No, okay, these buttons are the same. No, I'm just imagining things now. I'm actually, I'm actually going crazy. Ugh. Okay. These guys cannot forward deploy. I took the wrong Milan squad. I didn't take the one. I didn't take the Fallschirmjäger Milan squad. We got. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I took the wrong. Maybe I took the wrong deck. I took the wrong deck. Yeah, I didn't take. I took the deck that says Second Panzerkran instead of the deck that I just built. Yeah, I just noticed that. This is the competence that you're used to. I think if you watch me regularly, which is no competence at all. Alright, let's try this again. Any moment now. There you go. Okay. So these guys, you cannot deploy forward. Those are around. Yep, you can deploy the Fallschirmjäger Milan 2 forward. These guys you cannot, at least not for the time being. Supposedly you should be able to as well at some point, but these guys you cannot. Fallschirmjäger in the Unimog you also cannot. Obviously these guys you can, as expected. Alright, so let's try them out, right? I mean, I guess that building isn't too bad, right? This one shouldn't be. I mean, if I can like get control of these buildings, then yes, this is amazing. Alright, never mind. You can't apparently cannot put them in the buildings, right? Forgot about that one. Still, let's see if we can put you in there. Um, take a scimitar with you. I still didn't fix the. Right, if I click hunt or quick hunt, the cursor doesn't change when it should. Some good old Jägeraufklärer. They shouldn't perform that well in like. Just unload you here for now. In that case, I probably only need one anyway. I might not need any. Well, let's not get any because they're actually more expensive than a scimitar. Let's just get like some scorpions with you. I just want to see how good like cheap recon tank spam is because these are the only first ones you really had. Because the what's it called? The M113, yeah, whatever the one with the ridiculous rifle is, not that great. Apparently, you cannot put Milan's like man ATGM teams like this with like big ATGMs. Apparently, you cannot put them in buildings. We'll have. I'm gonna test, but we'll see. Let's definitely try something spicy with these guys. Huh? I haven't used helicopter-borne infantry in a while, but why is there no unload order? This is spooking me a bit. Unload you in these buildings. Get some more view. Do like in there. Definitely get a CV. In there. Do I want to try to rush in there with infantry? Don't think I want to. Backblast will, yeah, that was their reasoning, right? That it's not very safe to do that. But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't care. I mean, on the other hand, you could also argue like that it simulates squads being like between buildings and all that, right? So I don't know. At the end of the day, right? If they're balanced properly, I don't mind too much. From Wargame, obviously, I'm used that you can do that. If they're harder to spot, harder to kill, or whatever, I guess it's fine. We'll see. It's just something that, you know. Like, the tank gameplay is gonna be the exact same, although I do want to use... Let's just start with 2 of you. And put you, like, in... these bushes for the time being. I don't have the 1A1 in here. Take a 5 squad. I can unload you. You're in the UH-10. You're in the bow. So I guess there's an issue with the bow. All right, let's do a quote-unquote 5 mega rush into this town. It's gonna go horribly wrong, but who knows? Hold up, let's do it like this. Tap. Tab. 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 And then just shift back here. Let's get some AA. Let's also get a mortar for smoke, which means you're very light in the town over there, but screw that. And yeah, I think that's essentially it. Just actually, can you smoke from here already? No. Oh. Let's fast move you like up here. All right. Let's get destroyed. But I just want to test things out. Can you cannot unload, huh? Oh, the infantry squad inside is just gone. They're not carrying any infantry anymore. I just lost the 40-point squad, man. No. No, dude. Where's my squad, dude? Yo, dog, where's my squad? That's, I guess that's one way to keep them balanced. Nice. Very nice. Command zone secured by an enemy. Right, can you enter building? Let's see if we can enter building with you. You get sold. It doesn't look like it. The icon looks different than it does for. Oh, quick count seems to work. But they just didn't hit anything. Hell yeah, brother. Get into the bushes here. You get in there. You get sold. You know what? Screw it. Just see if we can get in there. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, shit. Rip my 5 mega. Unload, unload, unload. Unload already! Yeah, okay, they cannot enter buildings. Okay, they got absolutely destroyed. Fall back, fall back. Yeah, give him Morphium. Retreat, retreat! Well, you got spotted. It says 2 HP here, but 0.5 on the unit card, so that's interesting. That did just nothing to them, apparently. Yeah, there seems to have like some... Hard to say, really. Where's my motor? Oh, it's out of range. Where's my Fallschirmjäger? I don't know why. I guess there's no road that goes from this one to that one, so that's why they only cross there. I really would have liked if they drove that way. Out of range of that. Smoke here, please. I mean, they get stunned pretty quickly. I mean, it's also 3 squads, right? You expect them to be like fairly strong. Get these strikers in action. Still our bow. It's just nothing in here. Just put some Jäger into this town. I'm floating way too much. I don't know why I have this issue in WARNO so much. Get a bow because we can. Just testing things out right now. I mean, yeah. Infantry doesn't like die within a few seconds anymore, so I guess that's nice. But it still feels like infantry out in the open doesn't really seem to have any... I think, yeah, I'm also getting shot at from the town, admittedly. You can get sold because you're expensive as fuck. I can sell this thing. There's that. Oh, well, you're in there now. Oh no. Rip Gepard. You have smokes? You don't. Oh, please. Come on, Gepard. Come on. Oh my god, this hot too. Please. Yes. Alright, we can turn this. We can take this back. We can take this back. Let's distract him deck for finding exactly those bugs. I mean, among other things, yes. It's also over there. We definitely need some recon. Holy moly! Got a bow for starters. Because you're gonna not die. Let's fast move you for now. Oh, that's a plane. Cluster. It's a bomber. Oh, those are the vampire squads. They're actually dangerous. That's why you need recon, boys. That's why you want recon. I'm not playing well. Never claimed I did. Oh, my smoke. Please, it's very sick. Stop with the smoke. I don't want to smoke my own. I have to be careful. There's an Osa there. Are there any ruins here? No, no ruins. That's some modders. How do these M48s do? I don't think they change anything in that regard. At like 0.4 damage at a 1.8 HE gun. They got stunned. I'm not a fan of this stun gameplay, honestly. You're on range. Didn't get unloaded. Oh, Gepard is spotted. You're not in range? You have no line of sight. Why is this lying to me, huh? No, out of range. Wait, out of range? Never mind. I'm stupid. I thought it was the striker, the one with the missile. Yeah, this Arch Mega Rush didn't really work because I didn't expect my opponent to actually start with a helicopter. Anything else? I want to test this out. Let's see how this works. It's only 95 points. This thing is still alive. Oh, it's getting shot at though. Like this and shift. What's this squad? Is that the new... That's the Soviet version of the Gunners squad, right? 3 PKMs. Okay, I can't get more than one Ace-30 off. And this didn't hit? It really looked like it hit. Okay. I was surprised that it did, but it obviously didn't. How do you work if I attack you towards there? My leopard missed. See, you would deal 0.8 damage, but I have 1.08 HE gun, right? There's this stupid innate, like 0.3 damage reduction on infantry that I think is so stupid. Because what this means is that the HE value on your tank's gun is essentially a lie. Because when do you use your HE damage? Unless you're shooting at infantry, right? Never. Unless there's something bugged like it used to be with helicopters on the ground. So that's why I'm like, if you want to reduce damage from infantry by fire support out in the open, or 1 damage, but I have 1.44 HE, and they're moving out in the open, no cover. Why? How do you, okay, let's see how does it go. It's versus 4 AKs, 3 AKs even only. I think, admittedly, in a previous patch, it would have been that. Alright, okay, this is actually an interesting fight now. 0.2 expected damage, or essential damage per shot against those Saperi. It's actually turn your weapons off. I don't want you to shoot at them. This is more how it should work. I think this I can live with, right? 2 squads out in the open. Oh no, never mind. Now they got stunned. No, Eugen. I shouldn't win this. I shouldn't win this, man. Yeah, they're gonna die. I shouldn't win this. This is stupid. I'm out in the open. I have 1 MG, they have 1 MG. I'm pretty sure they had more HP before me and I lost 2 men. Come on, man. Yeah, I wanna see. Actually, there's a ruin here. I mean, it still looks as stupid as ever. Like, I don't know what they did. But like, them being weirdly blocking line of sight and all that was only one part of the issue. The other part of the issue was that it completely, removed the ability of infantry to like relatively quickly cover, or not just quickly cover a lot of ground, but also in a stationary position defend a reasonable, significantly higher ground than if they were just in place. And that's what ruins remove. Right? The whole... Which supposedly they seem to have fixed some line of sight issue, right? But that was only one part. And I don't think it's good. If suddenly towns are just more down and infantry, like, just can't really maneuver around this area anymore. You get forest cover over there? Possibly. It kind of looks like it. But probably forest cover that isn't, and isn't maneuverable by tanks, I presume. So, if that's their solution to ruins, honestly, ruins are still absolutely stupid. I don't think... It seems like they just... For some reason... I'm not sure if I'm in cover. It really seems like that for some godforsaken reason they don't like the idea of being able to, you know, still inhabit them like a town block. Because the whole damage reduction and maneuvering quickly over ground, sort of, although it's not really that quickly since there's a cooldown, it's just one part, right? The much more important part is that when they're in a block, they suddenly have impact and such over a much bigger area than if they were in a stationary force, but maybe they don't understand that for some reason. I mean, in the previous 2 games, right? Last time they did this Hound Blocks was with Warhammer Dragon, like 2014, right? The last 2 games had individual buildings in Steel Division, right? I believe. Let's try this thing again. Actually, I want to see the Harrier in action. See if we can... Probably gonna lose this area because there's an Osa there. How do you do? Oh, come on. Got it by 2 Iglas, I think? These things really are slow. I mean, it allows them to get more... Barely 2 aim-9s off. 3-second reload time? That's a lot. You had 3 damage. You had 9 damage. Are you still out? Or did I evac you? Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, there's ruins now. I mean, I can move along into this cover here. It doesn't give me an in. Okay, they're in cover now, sure. It's, yeah, that's definitely a ruin. Just standing in the flames here. But this is just, it is just so finicky, right? Because if I want to get in the sound block, it doesn't matter if I click like between the buildings or even a bit behind the buildings, right? There's just this big area. Wherever in this area I click, I'll be... Don't kill my hero. I'll be in a town block. This is like there's like a tree here, a tree there, and a tree here, right? When, like putting your infantry squad, like you look at this, right? Look how small the area is where this is covered. Sure, they're probably gonna hug like the tree automatically if I put them like here or something. But like typically forests, right? They're a relatively large chunk, right? Even here, there's a relatively large chunk. And now I have like these tiny buildings. Like here's one tiny building, second tiny building, and third tiny building, right? And there's one building here. The rest, nothing. I now have to finicky click and find and whatnot to be able to move my infantry into cover now. It's just unnecessary micromanagement. I don't get it. I don't know how this is suddenly gonna, like, sure, I guess the one thing is gone is this weird line of sight bug. Sure, okay. But what did we get? It's ruins are still horrible. It seems like, at least. Admittedly, you know, there was like one not real match, clown match, where I just got shit on after the first 2 minutes and then just wanted to see if various things work out. But like, man, ruins are still garbage. It's okay. Not a fan. Not a fan. Okay, let's see if we can get a game where I survive for more than 2 minutes. I mean, the game will have an army general campaign, right? Don't forget about it. I'm genuinely excited for this. I just still ranked for not having led ranked in a week. It's just, ugh. God. Before let's, you know, play this. Visions, play Death row. Sure, I guess we can also do this. 1 second. Oh, still can't change the vision. That's weird. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. WARNO looks so cool, but I just can't get into the same way I did with Wargame. There's several issues that bother me. There's deck building, whatever, but right now it's kind of the mechanics and all that. Ooh, oh no. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know about this update. I was kind of expecting more. There's no UI updates. I mean, maybe by the time they're gonna release it to the public next week, maybe there's more stuff, but still no UI improvements, no significant ones at least. Maybe they're just busy fixing stuff in the background. I hope they are. Because 1 month in, not a lot of balance changes. Infantry combat seems to be better. Fire support, though, outside of like in the open, still kinda worthless. Ruins seem to still be stupid. Sure, we got like some towed weapons or some weapon teams now in form of ATGMs and recoilless rifles. I don't know, man. AA and plane gameplay and interactions still not that great. It's still a lot of work to do, and I hope they recognize that. I hope that they're not under the impression that, oh yeah, infantry combat is fine now, right? I'm gonna play online. Yeah, there's a few more people who also have access to this, and I'm not the only one. It's not just YouTubers or something who get this. Oh, you can. Okay, they stopped you from actually placing them over forests now. I think you could do that before, and then it just got teleported next to forests. So I guess it's something. These guys are bugged. They're playing against East Germany. I expect like a push in like this area. Maps have also not been changed or adjusted yet. Okay, well, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna try to push here as well. Let's see how that goes. Typically, I typically don't really do that much. I once did a failed push here because I just completely ignored that part. that was smart. Leopard ones should honestly mostly be enough, so I guess I should have taken more of these guys in my deck. Also, why would I even put this when I have the Milan? Like for 80 points I get this. Sure, it's 10 swing fires. But I could also get... Ah, right, I only have Milan once. I always forgot. They used to have Milan 2s, not anymore. Wish I had like a more expensive Milan Modern 1 and 3 with Milan 2s as well. Because I did do that. They did carry Milan 2s too, so I don't know. I don't see why not. Alright, I can unload you forward too. Is you in there. I'm not even sure if you're truly faster, and actually you're not, right? You're definitely not faster than these guys. But I think they're supposed to be available to be deployed, or like in the recon deployment zone, if that's what you want to call it. It's actually, you 65 points. Jäger are also 65. For the same price, I get the Panzerfaust 3 now, but I also lose 3 men. So depending on what I want. They're also elite though, so... Let's use our Fajimiga first and get a better understanding of how good or bad they are, because last time we didn't. So note you in this area. Let's get 2 on this side as well. Try to unload you here. Get a Gepard. Maybe get a second one actually. Definitely wanna get 2 more squads. Let's just spam Fajimiga everywhere. Like Wargun Dragon Beta. Let's get like 1 suicide squad up front. Just in there. Alright. Maybe I don't actually need you, but we'll see. Artillery right now is all just kind of... The current gameplay is just not that great, honestly. Not very varied. Not varied, whatever. Oh, I forgot I still had these. I mean, yeah, I guess I kind of want to see what arrives first here. But yeah, look at how slow they are to start and all that. So let's unload you... If we can unload you like in the back there. Like a shift back there. So they don't stay near the front line after unloading. Went in for P. Very nice, very nice. I have to wait for the Gepard for... Okay, unload. If you can get in there. Okay, actually... Go back and unload and get in there. I need to defend this town here. Well, let's just get a panic button. But you can move forward now. I already lost the Fajimiga squad, so that's cool. Get back there. It's sold. Those are the Metis guys. Careful of that. Wanna split these guys up a bit. Let's get some more Fallschirmjäger while we have some. Get some 48s. See if we can get you out of there. Okay, that's a lot more stuff than I thought. It's an HE bomber. Didn't drop its bombs. Let's get some Jäger in mid. Was Leopard. You actually got out, surprisingly. Get a CV format because it's a +3. Oh, that's bad. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, I'm out of leopard ones because I get so... Oof, okay, Murchison, yeah, kinda expected. Let's get you out of there. Get a supply truck. I want the smoke dispenser. See if we can get you in there and use the gun. I think I dealt with all the tanks here, and it looks like they're out of metas. Sure, you can start shooting too. I don't mind. You can shoot this guy as well. Completely forgot about this flank here. I'm smart, very smart. You're already out of fuel for some reason because you're okay. Great, you're just not working properly apparently. You back. No, you forward. You back. Oh, we got a sound now for capturing a zone. %55% accuracy on MT3. It shouldn't... Should it be that high? It feels like it got some increased accuracy due to low range, which it's not supposed to get, I think. This is actually very spicy. Need to check if there's really no tank or anything. We have 49. Even though it's an MMG, it actually seems to get increased accuracy at closer ranges. You got stunned somehow? I lost one of my Leopard 105s here in mid. Oh god, you... Of course you got routed, man. God, this is just frustrating. Okay, you're at full HP again. Get you a bit further back. Yeah, it's not very safe up here. Yeah, I got killed. I got no recon here. I guess I have the bow, but... What about you guys? Just unload, okay? I don't know what you're doing, man. Just... Unload? Where are the paratroopers who said they were going to add? These are the guys, Fallschirmjäger, and these Fallschirmjäger. Command zone lost. Right, you have the striker here. Get some more recon. What's your... Okay, you cannot see up there, so... Okay. They got finally unloaded, took you long enough. I think there's still a T-55 in there. You're also supposed to move forward, buddy. Oh, you're stuck at the Milan. You're stuck at the Marder. Now let's move this Marder, and suddenly the Panzergrunts will move. Yep. Well done, Nugent. Let's just place you here as a defensive position. Marders seem to do stuff, but at close range they already did before, I think. But damage 0, very nice. That's an SPG-9 squad. Honestly, just get a second 2A3 and another Gepard. Some more infantry. Infantry commander still fire with 10 salvo? Yes. They do. With this leopard. Doing a lot of work for me. You have smoke? You don't have smoke. But my mortar has smoke. These guys still losing even though they're in the building. No. Let's get a CV here as well. You're out of ammo. That's pretty funny, honestly. Sell you. Sell you. I wonder if I can sell you. Okay, no. Even though you don't even have to fuel anymore to fly away. Fly that far. Drive. Yeah, but it's out of ammo, I forgot about that. But I have a new one. Okay, cluster planes still stupid at killing planes, tanks at one run, guaranteed. Planes are stupid, man. It's just, there's a guarantee, right? It's just... Sure, if this... I guess if this Scabbard had ammo, at least I would have killed it. Still very frustrating, because that thing is also 3 per card. Just get another one. I should have replaced my airtab. Now I have this garbage Harrier. Duh. Did I get a supply truck for this Scabbard? I didn't. That's the SPG-9. Damage 1. HP 0.5. You'll love to see it. Not. I actually survived with 3 HP. Move you forward and maybe get some line of sight on these guys. Nice, they got wrecked. Yeah, they're also lower red. Yeah, I wanted him to attack me so I can maybe catch him off guard. More of these guys. Let's get some more Milans. Don't really have any proper artillery. I guess just mortar this, we might as well. Okay, now they're in a ruins. Like, how am I supposed to like properly maneuver around these ruins here, Eugen? Like, you can't. Okay, now that's a bit too much for my Fallschirmjäger, it looks like. Oh great! They fixed... Did they quote-unquote fix the mortar rounds? Oh yeah, they fired high angles. Maybe the only smoke fired lower angles? Okay. Nope, they fixed it, right. They made the mortars worse. Great. The main mortar is worse. Very, very great to see. Yeah, great to see. Mortars are worse. Because they were so strong. But realism is so important. Realism is the most important. That realism, right? If it's realistic, it's fun, right? No, fuck. I'm getting salty over like I made someone up in my mind and got salty about that person. I'm Twitter IRL. Huh. God damn it. Quickly, I need ammo on that gapper. What's an HE bomber? Yeah, okay. Fucking stupid ass planes, man. Is it supposed to be funny? Should I supposed to laugh or cry about this, huh? Someone tell me. Is this funny or not? I can't even buy as a recon infantry because it's a bug. Get in the building block, please. Thank you. These guys are dead. Okay, let's move forward. Ooh, don't move in there. Okay, look what we have here. They got killed. But that CV got killed, rather. Man. Oh no, you got spotted. That's unfortunate. Why did he go down to like 6 HP suddenly? Oh, because just shooting them from that side, huh? Oh, I think that's... Okay, lost line of sight on that T-55, that's why it switched targets. Okay, he right-clicked on my leopard, so he lost line of sight. So that's why he's now lying like that. Yeah, but like, yeah. Get another Milan squad there. Did I? No, I'm not able to sell this because there's no fuel. New CV. You're not dropping your bombs? It's dropping its bombs, but it's also lagging. Yeah, Mario 1 and 3 has low stealth. It doesn't have any better stealth now than it did before. I need more leopard ones. Definitely should not have taken that on elite. I guess let's just put one of these in there. That guy. We definitely need some more infantry in the forest. That's nice. Kill the infantry while it was still in the transport. Oh, stupid ass MiG-20. Oh, it's MiG-23 MF. Oh, what did I do to AG bombers? Got a 2A3 in there just to lose it to like an AG bomber or some shit again. Oh, I got instantly. Oh, they have. No, they don't have. Okay, so much to infantry combat. Stop moving forward. Are the HE bombers better this match? I don't know. I really don't. But I barely. It's hard to. I can't even see how much damage I dealt because as soon as something evacs or is stunned or whatever, you can't check. You still can't check this shit. You still don't see this if you hover over a unit, right? Which means as soon as the unit is evacing, you can't select it anymore. Which means you still cannot see this shit. I know they're a small team. I know that sometimes bugs appear that quickly needs fixing, but it's still just frustrating that stuff like that is still not in the game. It's still not fixed, if you want to call it fixed, right? Like, I'm sure there's good reasons for that, right? I'm not like trying to imply they're lazy, but it's still just frustrating as like a, you know, someone who's essentially just a consumer of this and doesn't really have any direct impact on how things are like done. It's still just frustrating to see, or rather not see, shit like this. Also, I'm floating again because I'm... And as much as I try to defend this game, because I see like the whole potential and like I see like what it could be, it's frustrating to see how much of all that stuff is still missing. It's been there in Wargame. Even in the Winter and Steel Division, I'm sure some of this. Oh my god, dude. And planes are... It's frustrating, right? If I played this a week ago, I was like, okay, sure. But shit like this still being, like, the game still being like that, playing like that, after this milestone that took a month, right? It's the feedback I get from this. Oh, 2 or 3, I forgot what is. The feedback I get currently from this, right? And by the way, I'm not complaining because I'm losing, right? I'm losing, but... And I'm not blaming soloing Pixie for playing like this either, right? But like, I so the feedback I get from this, right, from this milestone is Yujin doesn't want to address some things, I guess. It took them so long to do anything about the ruins, and they honestly still don't feel better. The planes are still in the same stupid state as they were before. Like, I'm not sure if I can defend anything like this anymore. The UI is still absolutely horrendous. You bitch a lot. Yeah, I do. But it's because we waited I waited 1 month for this. Other people have to wait even longer. And all we get are, sure, there's some new units. Infantry combat has been adjusted a bit. Specs have been adjusted. That's it. No UI improvements. No quality of life improvements that I know of, right? Sure, there's some general fixes, but I'm sorry, that's for over months worth of wait. Frustrating. And again, there might be very valid reasons, right? And but that doesn't change that it's frustrating. Maps, zones have also not been adjusted. Two Lakes is still absolutely horrible with its zone layout. Like, I cannot say, oh yeah, WARNO is in a good state. No, I cannot. Because if this update is anything to go by, we're still gonna have the exact same issue in half a year. There's no improvement, like no noticeable improvement when it comes to anti-air helicopters and planes and all that. I have like no recon here, but this recon infantry is bugged. Like, bugs like this, I'm like, yes, understandable, right? This is the preview version of new units. That's to be expected. The UI is still this still existing. There's still being the invisible icon that there's a tank and selectable. Like I can move the zone like this and this selects the 2 or 3. This still existing. I'm like, why? Why has this still not been fixed yet? What are you, Falanga P? Just turn your weapons off. You should be sold, you're very expensive. I have no recon infantry anymore. Did they fix Raining Men? I haven't, I don't know. They died. All this molding got me to forget about actually playing the game. I mean, they're not gonna. I said like, there's no way they're gonna not stick with the division system. It's like way too late to suddenly change that. And as much as I dislike the system, like I would never expect them to suddenly change that. Well, I'm ahead in points now. Oh yeah, you survived it when my tank doesn't, huh? That's great. That's very great. By the way, Shilgasen's shit also still ridiculously strong. Very, very strong. Anti-air in general, just in a stupid place. Oh, I forgot about you guys. Oh, I just lost all these guys over here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm losing because I'm just playing worse because he's outplaying me, right? I'm not like trying to blame my loss on stupid mechanics. But the mechanics, that doesn't change the fact that some of these mechanics are just still stupid. No, I think playing this might actually cure my Red Dragon hangover. And it's not really a hangover, but because I'm like... Oh man, this is just frustrating. It's, in the early stages, stuff has been changed so much quicker, they've been so much more responsive to, you know, stuff just not working properly, and now it's like... Again, I'm not saying there's no valid reasons. But their actions just seem to tell us, well, maybe we'll fix it eventually, maybe we'll do something, but whatever we do, you might not even want. You know, it might not actually be even be an improvement, right? That's the reaction I get from this update thus far, and that's sad. Like, for me, as someone playing this game. T62 is not in the game yet, no. This is still alive. Damn, so many mod schützen. You're spotted. What if I stopped firing? Would you be unspotted suddenly? Oh, you missed with the Panzerpost twice in a row. Oh, you hit. I'm floating. I'm molding. I'm molding. Just not having fun. I buy a tank and a plane comes in and kills it guaranteed with 100% chance. Doesn't matter if it's a dedicated anti-tank plane like a cluster bomber or an energy bomber. I've said it multiple times, right? And if Eugene disagrees, it's fine. I'm not saying I'm not saying like this is the objective truth or saying, but in my eyes, right? Clusters were much better in Wargame because in Wargame they were also kind of close to guaranteed hit, right? But I wouldn't outright kill a tank super heavy from full HP, with the exception of the, is it a Viggen? The Swedish one with the Mjolnir bombs, right? But that one was also just much harder to hit. But the other cluster planes, right, the ones with 12 bombs, they would like deal like 4 to 8 damage, 8 more to like a 3 top armor plane, to a 4 top armor, sorry, not plane, tank, like 6 damage. But cluster planes here are guaranteed to hit and guaranteed to kill from full HP. That's not fun. What's worse, HE bombers like the SC-22 are the same. What happened? Why? Like, I'm sorry, this is... It felt like they just started... Like, I can understand, right? Starting from completely new, right? But this is sort of supposed to be like Wargame's kind of successor, right? Of course, they want to implement some other improvements they did from other games. If you want to improve it or not, or call it an improvement or not, you know, up to you. But why not just take some baselines from Wargame and then improve upon that, right? Take the damage, like, at the end of the day, they had old damage calculations and ended up reverting to Wargame's kinetic and heat calculations anyway, right? Because they were proven. Why not do it for other things as well, then see what's wrong, what could be improved, but instead I just started from blank slate, and the blank slate is just dog shit. Like, look at the infantry combat. The infantry combat was bad. Why not take Wargame's stats with battle rifles, SMGs, assault rifles, MGs, right? And then be like, okay, we got a baseline that works, and then adjust things from there, right? I'm not saying everything should be like Wargame, but why not take some of the things that worked in Wargame and take them as a baseline and work up from there? Instead, they just did something completely random, it feels like. Have they talked about campaign yet? Nope. And like the other thing is, I understand, as others said, right? They don't seem to prioritize balance. Fine, that's no issue. But you gotta at least fix some obvious things, right? Why is why is this still 400 when since the release of the unit this has been 270? Why, right? Why does stuff like that still in the game? It feels like they're not really playing the game, and instead just focus on adding new stuff. Either that, or there's something. If there's something really bad going on with their game in terms of like mechanics that they really have to fix, and essentially everyone kind of has to work on that. Although I don't think like artists and stuff or like UI guys, who work on the UI and whatnot, probably wouldn't really work on stuff like that. But maybe there's something that really took a lot of time out of them to fix that we as players won't even ever notice because stuff like that might have not been implemented. Okay, it's unfortunate. But as a consumer, it's still very, very frustrating. And if something like that has been going on, then they haven't communicated that. There's just so many issues, and even the most obvious ones haven't really been fixed. Or many of the most obvious ones haven't been fixed. And like going, hey guys, like for example, there has been let me find it. Um hmm, okay, this doesn't work because I gotta scroll up. Let's look at it. On the 21st of March, they wrote in the UI feedback channel, right, which had lots of posts about how bad the UI is, how it should be better, look at Wargame, yada yada yada. They wrote, "We are working on improving the management of groups, smart groups, and display of unit labels. The objective is to have all the necessary options to satisfy everyone. Blah blah blah." Still nothing done. Nothing done about the bug that I showcased, right, where you can still select the unit if you hover over the icon next to it, etc. And again, I want to stress this, right? I'm not saying Eugen is lazy, Eugen doesn't listen. They might listen, but what they say and what they do seem to be two different things. And again, there might be good reasons for it, but communicate with us. Why is that the case? Why did this the case? Or at least keep us updated. Hey, we're still working on this, but this took priority. Stuff like that, right? At least let us know. Because if patches come and UI still hasn't been touched upon in months, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Yes, okay. Early access, I 100% agree. I have no problem with stuff being unfinished. And obviously stuff has been prioritized. It should obviously that's normal. And again, I'm not saying there aren't good reasons why things like that aren't in the game yet. But it's also that they haven't been communicated in over a month, right? There's been no updated word on, hey, we're still working on UI, or hey, something else came up, we're still working on it. Nothing, right? And it seems like they rarely acknowledge things as well. It took them until like a week ago or so to actually acknowledge the whole MG thing. It took them like literally today, a week ago, right? On the last devlog, they finally acknowledged something about, hey, infantry combat is garbage. And within a week, they came up with this, which seems fine for now. But it's just like, oops. I guess I go here. Uh, we're under French and German. Bullshit on early access. I mean, at the end of the day, right? I'm not saying they scammed anyone. By the way, I want to make this even more clear. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying they're trying to like pocket your money, because most of the sales typically with early access games are not during the early access phase. If you really want to scam, you probably do some Kickstarter and then offer some stupid shit at the end of the day. That's probably if you want to scam like with games like that. That's probably better. I don't think Steam early access is the way to do it, right? I'm by no means saying they scammed anyone. I know there are people who think that, but I do not believe that at all. I don't think they're like trying to lie. I definitely think they're 100% genuine. But I also think that things could be massively improved. Both in terms of gameplay and communication. Wait, what's the front line? Oh yes, so something like that. I can definitely move forward with this. Town fight. Let's get some Fallschirmjäger, huh? I think in the UH they might actually be faster for once because of this horrible road layout. Let's just try it. Fallschirmjäger seem to be pretty good, but I guess it also because the fact they come on the lead. Unsee these orders, no. Oh, actually there's a road right here, I'm blind. Whatever, I'm still gonna use them in a helicopter, because I can. Get some of you guys as well. Double 283? Let's actually ignore these M48s. Get another Gepard over here. Shift back. I don't need you. I need more infantry. When will they release Murat? They plan to move release next week. What's important is that you keep on insisting your points and making them accept some important changes. I mean, I'm just one guy of many, right? I'm not like, as much as I like to rant and ramble, I'm not under the illusion that I think that I know what's best, right? At the end of the day, it's my opinion. Even if they listen to everything I do, I might at the end say, hey, maybe this wasn't so great. But the thing is, many of the things I mentioned, I'm not the only one who mentions this, right? And it's not just, it's like, it took them essentially until last week to acknowledge infantry, right? They're still, like, openly, right? Internally, who knows? Like, nobody really knows what's going on internally. Like, it might have internally been acknowledged, like, weeks ago already, and, you know, sometimes they might just be waiting until they have, like, a solution themselves, until they start, like, openly, like, saying, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, we worked on this, and we're almost done, yada, yada, yada. Whatever is the case, right? But another example. Last week, I think it was like 10 days ago or something, Also on the official Discord. I highlighted it in the news roundup from last week. In a devlog video, on the Discord, they did a comment about maps, yada yada yada, and they mentioned, hey, ruins right now aren't gonna get changed. To which I and some others replied, that's stupid, it's frustrating, ruins are garbage. To which then they directed, okay, fine, we're thinking about it again. And like a day or two later, they said, hey, by the way, we're gonna have a solution. And then I think earlier this week or something, they said, hey, this and that or something like this, our solution, or we have one with Murat, whatever. And now we got to see the solution. And within a week, they came up with this, which I'm not sure if I'd call it a solution. Yes, they're already. You just hate to see it. It feels like they're butchering their own product. But at the end of the, upload rate is a bit crumbling. But at the end of the day, it's me. If at the end of the day, like 95% or the vast majority of people actually like and don't share the same complaint. Okay, there's a bot. User. There you go. If at the end of the day, the vast majority of people are like, hey, it's actually great, and they don't care about what I say. Great. I mean, I'd be sad still because I'd be disappointed with the game, but at the end of the day, region is a business, right? So if the vast majority of people don't share my concerns, then Yugen probably shouldn't really touch those things. But I'm pretty sure I'd be surprised if people would suddenly go like, oh yeah, ruins are great now. Okay, I definitely should move further forward with this. I haven't really played on this side yet. I'd be surprised if people are like, oh yeah, ruins like that? Amazing. God, this takes so long to unload. You get sold. Get in there. Let's get some leopard ones on this side. Let's get a CV early. Oh, this is 110. Fine, let's get you then. You have a stabilizer. Oh, there's two Grenzer. Oh, get the hell out of there. Definitely should split you up a bit. BMP3 destroyed. Gotta be careful that they don't get sighted by BMP3s or anything. Be careful here. Don't want to get side shot. Apart forward. Okay, you got bullied. Oh, this is awkward. You still died. SC-22, SC-24 died at least. Grab that way. Out of there. Actually, those are RPOs. Hold on, I'm floating? That's my Fallschirmjäger. Get in the building? Oh, oh no, okay, no, it's dropping. Oh, dude, I gotta say, as disgusting as the MW1 is, it is pretty satisfying. But yeah, AA is OP. You can't expect a single plane to make it out alive against OSAs and shit. You're supposed to sell, by the way. But you're stuck. Again, one of these small things that... What changed between Steel Division and this, or Wargame, since Wargame, that stuff like this still kind of happens. Units just getting stuck with each other, especially infantry and transports. That's the weirdest part, honestly, to me. Sometimes infantry gets stuck at their own transport. Supply truck. Although Nyane got killed because I think I have a lower aim time. Yeah, I have 0.5 seconds. Infantry AT have 1 second. Also kind of stupid, honestly. Got some recon. See, I'm not complete dog shit, okay? Even though I lost it, did 1, 2, 3 for nothing. I mean, I guess I traded with the SU-24. CV going. See if we can catch these guys. Move up with you. There's also an OSA I'd like to kill there. Move up with the recon. Another 2 or 3 on the way. Doesn't look like it. Actually, I have here. Why did one of these guys... Oh yeah, this guy, again, stuck. Great. Why does this thing happen? Admittedly, I assume that, you know, fixing something like this is probably a bit finicky, but why is this still... Is this a carryover from Steel Division somehow? You think like transport and infantry maneuverability could probably like not that... Shouldn't be that difficult to fix, right? I don't know. I guess now I'm just nitpicking. Admittedly, right? Damn, did some good micro. Still got hit with the second one though. Those are the MG guys. That's T64BB. That's not nice. Let's get some Iran 2 guys. Forgot about these. You guys are full HP again? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, Town Combat is worse. The thing with Wargame is, yes, there wasn't really a whole lot of depth to Wargame's town fighting. But I think adding depth to town fighting is just not worth it, because it's just simply not fun. Because unlike forest fighting or anything like that, you just can't add any meaningful depth to this in my eyes. Because just due to the natural line of sight blocks through towns. So, why bother with it? That's my view. Oh, okay, please stay in the building, otherwise you're gonna get just mobbed up while you're crossing. Of course, OSA hits because he's stupid. Oh shit. Yeah, I see. What did I lose there? I don't know what I lost there. Luckily not a 283. Okay, I can do that too. Oh no, I don't have any helicopters anymore. Minimog destroyed.
Wir haben Feindkontakt. Wo brauchen Sie uns, Kamerad?
Let's get a bow.
An alle.
Plane. Oh, I don't have any smoke left. Was it seed? That's freaking seed. And it missed both times. Fun. You love to see it, and with love I mean you hate. Let's get some. I want to see if mortar spam does anything nowadays. I don't think it does. Yeah, you're just setting it out in the open, huh? Instead of this garbage plane. Put you out there in the edge so you can spot something. Oh, hello there. Did I just lose line of sight? Really? You reverse before you get double bullied by those two tanks there. Unload you. Okay, I just got sideshot by this, yeah. That's what I was fearing, that's why I didn't want to engage this, because, yeah. There's a 2-3 here. Evac this. Once again, amazing Razzmann, super heavy micro. It's just like Wargame. Just, see? I wanted Wargame, this is Wargame. Also, you're out in the open. Let's reverse you. Where's my mortar spam? There's my mortar spam. I don't think it's really gonna do much, but I just want to test it out. What am I doing with you? They're still getting mopped up quite easily by those Fallschirmjäger, admittedly. But that's a CV. Kill this, please. Thank you. Retreat you actually for some supplies. Let's get some of you guys, I guess. Somewhere we can inf. I should just load you into these transports. Oh right. Oh, did the building get destroyed to ruin that they were in? Amazing, amazing. Ruins are fun. Ruins are fixed, by the way. Those aren't salty. I'm totally not salty. Why would I be salty? I'm not salty. I'm perfectly fine. Just scared to move these up because whatever's back there. I'm taking way too long to get any support for my 2 or 3 going here. Another one though while we're at it. Let's see what a mortar can do. The mortars.
Feuer und Bewegung.
And like, yeah. Like whenever you hear that sound, oh, 99% of the cases there's a plane coming for your tank. Dude. Oh, where's my tank? What's my tank doing? Is it out in the open? Is it... In that case, oh, I gotta save it. And like this is still the case, right? If you have these, okay, building, yeah, the great ruins, great. Fuck me. Get into this building, wait until it gets destroyed. This is WARNO. Man, sound lost. Get like hot 2 helo? A lot of shit. I wish I had a cluster tornado in the deck now.
Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen. Artilleristen und Ziele. Letzte Rakete ist drauf.
Bomber.
Langsam rückwärts machen.
Dead.
Vorwärts. Überall. Fahrer, langsam vorwärts machen.
Have these two guys ready. That's my mortars. This
Gib mir Morphium! Gib mir Morphium! Im Reckheil! Attacke!
real explosion. You'll have to see it.
Gib mir Morphium! Rückwärts machen! Und zum Feind! Hier seid wir. Voll aufmunitioniert.
Let's see if we can get this.
Wir sind bereit, die Kampfweise zu wechseln. Finger am Abzug, Rücken vor.
Oh, you need to be repaired.
Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung, verdammt!
Come on.
Ja, Alpha, kampfbereit! Ah, es hat mich erwischt, verdammt! Es hat mich erwischt!
See what you can do.
Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung, verdammt!
Alright, new 2A3, great. Let's get like a 2A3 command. And see if we can push in here.
Sind unterwegs. Kampfhubschrauber erwarten Befehle. Neue Befehle? Wen sollen wir mit?
2 shots and they still alive. 3 shots. Took that many shots. And my helo is dead.
Auf Empfang. Verdammt! Fahrer, rückwärts, Marsch!
I need to repair those Fallschirmjäger.
Genocide Defekt.
Where's the supply I bought, man? I mean, I bought some for here, but didn't I buy something here as well?
Zu Befehl, Kommandant. Fanny! Erschossen! Keine Munition mehr! Es gibt nur zwei Arten von Menschen. Artilleristen und Ziele. Feind nähert sich
Get you into this building.
Fanny!
Oh, one of those Fallschirmjäger squads didn't get repaired. Great. Oh, it's a side shot, and it's dead.
Radio-Check! Höre mich klar und deutlich! Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium! Infanterie bereit. Wir schaffen es nicht!
You're spotted.
Es hat mich erwischt! Verdammt! Es hat mich erwischt! Fertig machen zum Sprung. Wir greifen gleich an. Rückwärts! Marsch!
Please don't die.
Keine Munition mehr!
Thank you.
Melde Zug zur Stelle. Ah, es hat mich erwischt! Verdammt! Es hat mich erwischt!
Bomb there is probably where the CV is. Also bomb there. Load in here.
Koordinate absetzen.
Move forward.
Oculus
Move forward with these guys.
Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium!
It's skill issue. Diagnose, still issue. Skill issue, I should say. Although it's still an issue as well. Haha, I'm so funny.
Gebt mir Morphium!
Finally can move over with these guys. They're a bit too aggressive.
Zum Schützenrudel aufgehen, auf meine Höhe. Abgesessene Kampfweise.
See, I'm not that garbage. The game. I may be bad, but I'm not that bad.
Jederzeit gefechtsbereit. Hier dort, Feind dort. Sprung auf, Marsch, Marsch. Hier, Alpha, kampfbereit. Komm, weiter. Get in formation.
Where's my command tank?
Feuer. Rückwärts, Marsch. Und zum Feind.
Did I not buy a command tank? Oh, there it is.
Es ist mir eine Ehre, die Männer anzuführen. Zum Schützenrudel aufgehen.
You're just sitting there in the open, whatever.
Alle Einheiten, feindgerichtet.
Holding way too much.
Neue Aufträge? Panzer, halten! Ich höre, Herr Hauptmann. Rückwärts, Marsch. Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium! Wo brauchen
Alright,
wir uns,
let's
Kameraden?
engage this. Hopefully we shouldn't get sideshot, right? I should spot anything, yeah.
Überprüft
See if we can move you in there. Do you have smoke? You still have smoke left, yes. Move you a bit back. Actually, you're actually... It's infantry out in the open still apparently winning against infantry in towns regularly. Still not sure what they're doing. What's going on in that camp.
Warten auf Feuerkoordinaten. Geschütze
Fire in there.
ausgerichtet. Ladeschütze und munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker. Brauchen wir unsere Feuerkraft. Carnage, weiter. Get in formation. Wurde aufgeklärt. Ihre Befehle, Herr Hauptmann? Wir geben unser Bestes. Ich habe hier das Kommando.
Where's my Gepard? There.
Für uns
Got another one.
schwer, kein Kampf zu haben. Feind im Nahbereich. Wollen Sie mitfahren? Verdammt, es hat einen erwischt.
Yeah, I need some more supply.
Wir werden geschossen. Warten auf
Plane is dead. Absolutely no chance. Engine destroyed. Fun crit as well. Oh, suddenly you got unlucky now. You can't move your tank anymore. Hey, it's fun crits. I wish. Can I trade the detract for engine destroyed? Because engine destroyed is fucking permanent until you repair it. Realistic or not, it's just not fun. Not to me, at least. Oh yeah, TADBV is just missing 2 shots in a row or something. It's gotta be fun for them. I don't know why you're moving forward. I accidentally give you
Feuerunterstützung bereit.
move order.
Feindgerichtet.
Well, my Gepards are out of ammo, huh?
Bruder, Kommandant. Fertig machen für Sturm und Einbruch. Melde Zug zur Stelle. Fahrer, langsam vorwärts nach. Radiocheck, höre Sie klar und deutlich.
Oh, there was an HE gun shooting, huh?
Feind im
I
Nahbereich.
was like, what? That's a fast ADGM? No, it's just HE gun. Oh, you're dead, I think.
Langsam rückwärts machen.
Oh, that's a side shot. Oh, that was a side shot, I think.
Gib mir Morphium.
Yeah, he gets 4 of those, by the way. Although, granted, earlier they missed like left and right, so.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feind gesichtet. Hier Alpha, kampfbereit. Erschossen. Keine Munition mehr.
Oh, what?
Brauchen Sie uns, Kameraden.
Oh, yeah, that also missed, by the way.
Wir stehen unter starkem Beschuss. Fahrer, langsam vorwärts machen. Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
You really had line of sight.
Sag ihm.
Okay, I guess it's not too bad, that damage.
Brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Let's see if any of you are gonna get stuck at the martyrs. No, they're all moving.
Ruhe, herhören.
Also fun, right? I accidentally right-click or attack move on the Leopard 1F5.
Sammeln.
Look what they're doing now. They'll just keep moving with it. Oh, you accidentally misclicked? Because it's so easy to suddenly accidentally click on this tank here? Well, fuck you, I guess.
Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Why is that a thing?
Radiocheck, höre Sie klar und deutlich. Rückwärts, Marsch! Wie lauten Ihre Befehle? Wir haben Feindkontakt.
I'm sorry if I sound whiny, but
Systemcheck durch.
it's how it is, how I feel. You know, I don't want to wish any ill on anyone at Eugen. And I'm not like saying, oh, just, you know, Eugen is trying to scam you.
Zu Befehl.
Don't get me wrong. It's just frustrating to deal with issues that were known for such a long time. And you're just never really sure if Eugen acknowledges them or reads them or is aware of them, because it feels like only until things I've mentioned for 2 months straight, they were like, oh yeah, we are aware, we're gonna fix this, and suddenly 1 week later they're like, oh yeah, this is what we're gonna do about it, right? But until you hear back from them, you're just never sure, are they aware of it, are they not?
Sunny! Neue Aufträge?
You're in a bad mood? I mean, I am. Because, frankly, I had higher hopes for this update.
Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium! Halte Ausschau nach Ziele. Sunny! Gebt mir Morphium!
Damn, the T64BV man just bullied by the Leopard one. Don't Strike Team have more direct two-ways communication with Eugen? You'd think so. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that.
Fertig machen zum Sprung, wir greifen gleich an. Alpha an alle! Punktüberprüfung, kommen!
But,
Panther, halten!
you know, I don't wanna try to
Sprung auf, Marsch, Marsch!
insinuate things. It's hard to say really
Gebt mir Morphium!
with Eugen sometimes.
Wir greifen gleich an.
So I don't wanna
Bereit!
go and claim things
Sunny!
where I just don't know if they're right, but if it's truly that way.
Fahrer, langsam vorwärts!
Yeah. Gepard did a lot of work. I mean, they also ran out of ammo. Martyrs autocannons seem to do better than before. I'm not sure if that's placebo effect or not. Fire support against infantry in buildings still seems virtually useless. What's Murat? Murat is some general during the Napoleonic during under Napoleon or something like that. All the milestones are named after some French generals or something like that. Don't ask me. I mean, do ask me, but what I'm saying is I'm not 100% certain. And yeah, it's the name of the next milestone. Let's see if we can get a game win with East Germany as well, right? Napoleon has nothing to do with WARNO or Cold War. Oh yeah, I'm aware. But don't ask me why Eugen named their updates like generals from that era. It's just, I think Matt, their community guy or something. I think he's really into that era for some reason. So I guess maybe that's why. I mean, you know, they're French. I guess there's some connection. Teasing the next game. Honestly, would be kind of hilarious. Yeah, Eugene is French. Yeah, I thought so that he had his PhD in history and like wrote his thesis or his, with thingamajig under that era. Not under that era, but about that era. Now he's a community shit poster, so that shows how good a PhD in history is worth. Ouch. See you around. Ho Atze? Hoetz? Whatever it's supposed to be pronounced like. Definitely better. I mean, okay. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this made the game worse. Don't get me wrong, okay? As annoyed as I sound, as whiny as I sound, as much as I sound like a little baby who didn't get their favorite piece of cake or cookie or whatever, right? Is not suddenly worse. The update is just worse than I expected. It's still an improvement. Small steps. In general, I agree. Well, like as long as the step is into the positive, I don't care if it's small or big. But it's just I expected more. And that might just be on me. But like, don't let me. If you have fun with the game, or if you don't care about these issues, right? Don't let me, tell you how you should feel about this. Okay? Just voicing how I feel about this. I'm still just a dude. All right. Um, it's gonna be a bit more tough in I think a team than 1 versus 1. Maybe if you could try to like capture Ivan, that'd be funny. One, I agree. One has a lot of potential, but I'm not sure. Sometimes it feels like they're not realizing the potential it has. But again, whatever the reason is for some things not being fixed yet or not in the pipeline, again, there might just be very, very good reasons for that, right? I'm the professional war game player. Um, but the thing is, even if we capture Ivan, I don't really think we can contest Gregory. I feel like the side spawn is just so kind of not useful. I guess Nicholas is probably easier because you don't have to cross like a lot of cover, right? You can directly go here. But getting the Gregory like with these bushes here and this town there in front, could be a bit more difficult. Um, but we rush Anna. How viable is this? Let's see, what do I have in terms of recon that I can... I mean, we can definitely try this. Am I too? I should have... Can I... I mean, they can deploy forward. They cannot. They cannot. They can also... If only I had them in the MI8T. Die FS-Einsatzgruppe. Where's being heli rush? Yeah, I know crowd is Ukrainian. I know. Why is this spawn really... Honestly, why is this even a thing? Right? You do... I mean, you don't really get a significant advantage for getting stuff into Elena. Like, the difference between, like, driving here and driving here... You might even be faster when you come from concept. What is the spawn? Okay, fair. Fair. You can, like, drive into here, I suppose. And Anna is actually, like, a faster way into Elena. And I'm just... confused. I definitely... wanna, like, drive these guys into here, though. Let's get one guy, though. Unload you in here. I feel like I get like this far up for free, huh? It's like totally not a balanced zone. What the frick? Oh, he gave 1500 starting points. Oh no, that's Steve's fault. I'm stupid. I think I should start to be here in case, you know, something sneaks through here. So put the CB in there. Shelka here. There's forest over here. You have only RPG 18s. I'll put you in there. Get some... Let's actually get some of you guys. Unload here. Unload here. I agree about this division system, right? It is what it is. They're not gonna change it really. It's there to stay. But it's currently, at least, it's not my biggest issue. Hey, I'm not ready yet. Place you in there.
bereit, die Kampfweise zu wechseln. Einsatzbereit.
Unfair, I wasn't ready. I was also too lazy to say anything about it. The orders for them to cap and then mess up your backline. No, that's exactly what we actually did in a 3v3 when we played from that side over there, from the other side. Not there, please.
Position, abgesessene Kampfweise.
I don't think I wanna try to get in there. I'm too scared of that, I'll be honest. It's something like this.
Ruhe, herhören. Wir wurden aufgeklärt. Einsickern.
Okay, get back. You guys get in there.
Wir wurden aufgeklärt. Wir schaffen es nicht.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Feind in Sicht.
What do you think you're doing, buddy?
Fahrgelegenheit gefällig. Abgesessene Kampfweise. Stopp. Lageänderung.
Let's see if they still just spawn,
Sani, holt den Sani-Verdacht.
even though the helo crashed. Yep, they do. So that's cool. What's your front armor? 1.
Feindkontakt. Genosse Hauptmann. Köpfe runter. Feindbeschuss.
Shield got destroyed. That's great.
Faschismus und Militarismus.
Oh my god. Well, that's fun still.
Gebt mir Morphium.
Let's just get a 9.
Unterdrückt, verdammt.
Hopefully it's gonna actually do something.
Überprüfung. Kommen.
Jägeraufklärer Spam. Thanks. Some things never change, huh?
Sollen wir wen mitnehmen? Feind gesichtet. Sprung auf. Marsch, Marsch. Punktüberprüfung durchführen. Auf. Papa, vorwärts, Marsch. Wir werden beschossen.
That's my Shilka. There it is. Completely forgot about these guys.
Was sind Ihre Befehle? Wir wurden aufgeklärt. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Motor läuft. Der Kommandant begrüßt Sie an Bord. Rückwärts, Marsch. Und zum
Fucking Jägeraufklärer is so ridiculous, huh?
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle? Zu Befehl.
Hurricane Helo. Get some of these triple MG guys. How do these guys do, huh? Pew pew pew. Engine destroyed. That's cool.
Wo bleibt die Munition?
And this is probably gonna be riddled with infantry trying to ambush my reinforcements.
Wir schaffen es nicht.
And by trying to, I mean probably successfully.
Готовьтесь, противник замечен. Fahrgelegenheit gefällig? Sanitäter! Flieg ich durch die Welt. Steuerung ein. Chronik ist ein. Ladung perfekt. Panzer einsatzbereit.
So totally not messed up 1 second aim time on missiles, even on tanks.
Feind erfasst. Feuer! Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit machen.
Get some CVs going. Okay, we got one there.
Gerade Hugo! Ummunitionieren den Bereitschaftsbunker! Warten auf Luft- und Bodenziele. Verstanden, sind unterwegs. Ende. Abgesessene Kampfwaffen.
Just have like one guy sit there.
Sie sind hier nicht auf der Fritz-Heckert.
That's not cool.
Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir
Let's get
Morphium!
some guys in there.
Wir sind bereit, die Kampfweise zu wechseln. Zweiter Zug
happening
einsatzbereit.
here? Okay, not looking bad, not looking bad. That's the right side is fine.
Munitionsende. Wir weichen aus. 5. Kompanie bereit.
Hey, look, I'm winning, I'm having fun. Nothing annoying, I'm
Kampfweise.
joking.
Feuer und Bewegung.
I'm joking, not choking. Okay, it's just my.
Ihr geht fast durch. Achtung, Feind in Sicht.
Okay, that's not good.
Und Feind.
Oh, I was gonna say, why is it not shooting this? Oh yeah, stupid 1 armor damage reduction. 2 chaparral shots, not enough.
Abgesessene Kampfweise.
You sit in there.
Weiße Wand. Rückwärts. Marsch.
You in there. Get some conquer squads in there for like side shots.
Und sein Gewehr an.
And
Es hat mich erwischt. Verdammt. Es hat mich
right, SPG 9s. Sure, let's just put them in there.
Am Ende kommt es immer auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr an.
Get into these buildings already, please.
Verstanden, wird ausgeführt. Aber kein gutes Gefühl dabei.
And more Motschützen.
Genosse Hauptmann,
You can also.
gib mir Morphium!
Command zone lost.
Gib mir Morphium!
This. Okay. Where's this going here? Then I'm gonna move this over there.
Für die Deutsche Demokratische Republik. Neue Aufträge? Bewegung, Sie sind hier nicht auf der Fritz Heckert. Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen. Na, wenn wir noch eine fangen, ist es aus! Feuer und Bewegung. Wir können beides.
Because
Feuer
if you
und
sit there,
Bewegung.
sell you
Funküberwachung.
conquerors, just drive over there. I don't think I need that much shit here. I lost my shield cap because it was too aggressive. Understandable.
Marsch! 5. Kompanie bereit.
Yep, you see if you can get out in safety. Nope.
Feindkontakt.
Fortunate.
Lufttransport bereit.
Land.
Ende.
And okay, very nice. Very, very nice. Shilkas.
Korridor, Joho. Wir sind bereit, die
More viable commercial. I mean, yeah, I'm like,
Feind gesichtet.
I'm not saying I definitely see the advantage or some of the advantages of divisional systems. Don't get me wrong. But I think they could have both. I think they could still like make the divisional system better. I think just being plain stuck to a division. Why not make something like a detachment idea? Why not make something like build your own division? Why not? I don't know. I think they could both stick to the division and allow for some better deck building. Because right now they're essentially doing the same thing with which they did with Steel Division, which might be perfectly fine, but I think there's some stuff left out that could be improved.
Infanterie bereit. Ja, Brenner. Sail обнаружена. Wo brauchen wir unsere Feuerkraft?
Say what you want, I kind of find it interesting that while I'm not a fan of like units always announcing if they okay. Okay. Can I still delete any unit I bought? Nope. Okay. There's still that squad there.
Greifen gleich an. Auf Empfang.
Warning.
Zu Befehl. Auftretenden Feind selbstständig bekämpfen.
Okay, be careful, there's a bunch of Abramses, they're gonna eventually murder all my Mordschützen in there, so let's see if we can help over here. These guys.
Auf Empfang. Zurück. Wo brauchen
Go over with MI-24T. MIT is fine. Okay, got some planes. I only have cluster in my deck.
Echo 1 bereit. Wir haben was abbekommen. Sprung auf. Marsch, Marsch. So brauchen wir uns, Genosse. Verdammt, wir gehen hier drauf. Sanitäter! Rakete bereit.
Oops.
Wir gehen hier drauf. Erwarte Anweisung. Wir, Puma, sind in Bewegung. Ende.
Actually, no. Let's unload like that.
Abgesessene Kampfweise. Auf
MI24, help out. BMP1s, help out.
Es hat mich erwischt, verdammt, es hat mich erwischt.
Nice, BMP3 is gonna help as well, and M1 dead.
Neuer Kampfauftrag, Genosse? Fertig machen zum Sprung, wir greifen gleich an.
Got this. Right, we have this ghetto Mi8 gunship with the double guns in here as well.
Einsatzbereit.
You're not supposed to load these guys back in.
Es hat mich erwischt, verdammt, es hat mich erwischt.
You still have some fuel left, not a whole lot though. We can move you up.
Sanitäter! Neue Aufträge?
That's a Leopard 2A3 over here.
Scheiße, Mann! Rückwärts! Marsch! Ich glaube, genug.
Let's get some more stuff over net. Let's get some ATGM carriers.
Gib mir Morphium!
More mod schützen, especially with a decent AT. So we can do something against these scorpions and shit.
Gib mir Morphium!
Give me morphium. Like they have a new voice line where it says this in a shorter way, like, just give me morphium and give me morphium. You're not supposed to move up that far. See if we can make some use of you. Oh, hello there. Stand still so you use your PKM, please.
Es hat mich erwischt, verdammt, es hat mich erwischt! Zu Befehl, Kommandant.
Thanks.
Safe in die Marsche.
Going on over here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff.
Hals und Beinbruch.
I want to buy seed next.
Es hat mich erwischt,
This is seed.
es hat mich erwischt!
Plane. F-104AG. You're a bold one.
Systemüberprüfung abgeschlossen. Einsatzbereit. Es hat mich erwischt, verdammt, es hat mich erwischt! Erschossen. Jäger 1 zum Haufen munitioniert.
The fuck? Wait, what?
Wir schaffen es nicht!
You used both of your seed missiles and missed? It's disappointing.
Wir wurden getroffen!
Load in there.
Zu Befehl.
Those are some Abramses. Okay, move over there.
Feind selbstständig bekämpfen. Infanterie bereit. Gib mir Morphium! Gib mir Morphium! Ich habe hier das
Move
Kommando.
you
Verschieben uns zur
here.
angegebenen Koordinate. Marschpause.
It's a bit spicy though.
Gib mir Morphium!
Some Fallschirmjäger. Move the MI24 over.
Zweiter Zug einsatzbereit. Infanterie bereit. Stellungswechsel. Neuer Kampfauftrag, Genosse? Gib mir Morphium!
Give me more opium. What do you think of camera issue? Honestly, camera is one thing I haven't really had any issues with, but I have seen people complain about like rubber banding and whatnot. Just to me, it has not really been an issue just yet. We killed the CV apparently, or forced it out, so that's good.
Hütet euch vor schönen Frauen und Schrecklichen in die Rüstfrauen.
Okay, you're not using your guns apparently. Oh, it's not even in range, only 1,000 meters.
Hat mich erwischt! Rakete feuerbereit. Graulig ist ein. Klar zum Gefecht. Sanitäter!
Need some more tanks over here.
Wo brauchen wir unsere Feuerkraft?
And honestly, I kind of like, at least for this map, the Conqueror's carrier actually not that horrible.
Avarini! Erwarte Anweisung. Luftraum zu heiß.
Okay, that was the Eastern plane Avarini or whatever, going crazy.
Gegen Faschismus und Militarismus. Fahrgelegenheit gefällig? An dieser Position abgesessene Kampfweise. Gegen Faschismus und Militarismus. Angriffsformation. Sammeln!
Conqueror's destroyed, was over here. Let's get into this bush here, maybe that helps. And again, I would really like to get that Gepard.
Gefechtsbereitschaft herstellen. Gib mir Morphium!
Gib mir Morphium.
Genosse Hauptmann. Angriffsformation. Sammeln. Munitionsende. Wir weichen aus. Sani, hol den Sani, verdammt.
Yes, kill that M35.
Bereit machen zum Nachladen LFK. Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою. Klar zum Gefecht.
You're out of metas, that's good. The gun doesn't seem too bad, or the dual gun. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. And I missed, and now I'm dead. Look at what's shooting at me now.
Allzeit bereit. Haben wir noch eine Frage, ist es aus? Warten auf neue Befehle, Kommandant. Scheiße, Mann! Rückwärts! Marsch!
That's some tank spam going, huh? Let's get you back.
Gib mir Morphium! Gib mir Morphium!
Give him morphium already. Do you need something to do with the 283? Gotta buy a plane there. We're almost out of fuel. I have a supply truck here.
Ausgeführt. Ende. Ladehugo.
You're out of fuel. I'm still doing +5, so that's good. No, don't try to attack me there.
Bewegung, Sie sind hier nicht auf
See it, send it out. Next we're gonna send out our cluster to deal with the 283. Isn't there like a ridge here? Oh no, you can just move up there. I thought it was like a straight ridge, so you can just not even go left and right there. No Gepard? Oh, there is. No maidens. Maidenless? Gepardless?
Bereit zum Abgriff.
Stay there.
Schon bereit. Höre dich klar und deutlich. Der ging fast durch. Keiner reicht.
E55 dead.
Hier geheim zum Auf.
CV in there. I don't have an HE bomber in my deck. 283 is dead. Surprise, surprise. Hard to say what is there. Like infantry or tank.
Fahrer, langsam rücken.
Definitely gotta get some infantry to deal with those gunners. Oh, those are Fagot squads. I need some watches and need more points for those. Let's get like a load of them.
Täter! Auf Empfang.
Really, you flew over two? Both of you flew over Shilkas and you're still alive? There we go, you're dead. Gunners? Oh, you have laws, huh? Maybe I get lucky and he doesn't hit it with the law. Then my Shilka's gonna murder him.
Rückwärts nach. Rück zum Feind. Systemüberprüfung abgeschlossen. Einsatzbereit.
Let's just see it fly it out.
Готовьтесь, противник заметен. Gib mir
Oh, Shilka is dead.
Gib mir Morphium!
Nice, seems like CV is dead.
Neue Munition an. Sanitäter! Rakete bereit.
Honestly, the mediocre stealth seems to have done something, but I guess no.
Feindkontakt.
Wow. Oh, he was firing positioning. Yeah, no.
Verdammt,
Honestly, the stealth seems to help a good bit.
auf der Hauptmann.
In Wargame we'd be spotted.
Wir schaffen es nicht! Er ging fast durch. Panzerjäger bereit.
I think now I might be spotted. No?
Враг в периметре. Караул в ружье. Он объект.
That was a cluster. It's just attacking for all of these guys.
Auf meine Höhe.
Almost over anyway.
Brauchen Sie Panzer?
Yeah, no. That stealth honestly helped.
Stellung!
Like, you know, even at 1700 meters, that M1 Abrams didn't spot us. That was good. I mean, well, it's negative, but at the end of the day, I was like we are far beyond the front line. Plus, my teammate did really well, so that's good. I forgot to get a Lebaron, so that's cool. Okay, so another thing that, again, I don't want to sound too negative, too whiny here. Another thing that's still in the game is infantry dropping out at full HP when a helicopter gets destroyed. Apparently, that's cool, I guess. The PD-76 caught those Rangers in a Humvee, so that's great. Modritson, damn. Modritson's still gonna murder stuff, huh? Still hard to see. I still don't think the infantry combat feels quite right. Like, it certainly slowed down, but I don't think it really fixed some of the issues, such as infantry in the open not really having a seemingly disadvantage against infantry in cover, yet infantry in cover takes virtually no damage from fire support. Which sounds weird, right? You'd think that to attack a fortified position, you'd want a lot of like fire support from vehicles, but unless maybe it's like a helicopter or rocket with like a lot of damage output, it doesn't really seem like it's really that big of a deal. Because at the end of the day, all you're gonna do is destroy the building, and you might not actually want that. Like if it's a big town, maybe it might be of advantage, but if it's like a small building, you might not actually want to destroy it. So it feels like you're really disincentivized currently with how it currently works. Really disincentivized to actually use any fire support to attack infantry, and that's weird. And I don't think that's good, because what Wargame and WARNO, and I suppose the division, but again, I don't have a lot of experience, should really be about is combined arms, right? It's you're not supposed to be like, against infantry I use infantry, and against vehicles I use vehicles, right? You'll always be like, against either thing I use both, and depending on what situations I use these vehicles or these infantry or more infantry and fewer tanks or whatever, right? Right now it feels like against infantry use infantry, against tanks use tanks. Although I guess in close ranges, depending on what deck you're playing, infantry are also gonna work against tanks, don't get me wrong. It feels like so not so disconnected. I don't know why I try to avoid that word. Yeah. Still disappointed. And this deck didn't really play that differently from the other East German deck as well, did it? I had Fallschirmjäger, that's it. I had Fallschirmjäger and fewer tanks. That's essentially the difference. Like, let's actually take a look at meaningful units. Meaning, like, okay, we have a helicopter. Nope. We have Fallschirmjäger, 2 varieties, and a CV. And where the... Wait, hold on, I think I can't select them. Where are they? These guys? I'm so confused that the transport is on top. I'm used to the unit name being on top. This guy, 2. Fallschirmjäger, 3. Fallschirmjäger... Where are they? Metis, 4. Fallschirmjäger Führer, 5. SPG, 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Some weird helicopters. Let's say like a good 15 units that are not available in the other division, right? But how different are they really? It's my complaint. You have a Fagot that you can deploy more forward than the other one. Okay. You have a different infantry CV. Okay, it's still 4 men, it's still 125 points. Whoop-de-doo. Fallschirmjäger, okay. They're a decent amount different. But unlike Wargame, right, they're not suddenly elite, so it's not like you have a different elite, right? It just you're men but higher DPS. Tank tab is the exact same, just weaker. Recon tab, you get these guys, these fake Americans. Okay, that's something. That's not too bad. You get, hold on, actually. Instead of Spezialaufklärer, you get these guys. Wow, so different. Okay, let's stop the negativity here. I think I'm gonna end the stream before I go into another whiny rant, and everyone's gonna be like, "What, Razzmann? All he does is whine. Why does he even play the game? All he does is do it for the YouTube money. He doesn't even care about the game or whatever." If you have any more questions, get them out now. Otherwise, I'm gonna end the stream in like a minute. I think one deck should get a few BMP2s. I think there is gonna be. I think there was one other Panzer Division. I think that should have BMP2s. East Germany did have BMP2s, just not a lot of them. And I think there's supposed to be a division that's gonna get them. I'm not an expert. I think in the dev blog about the 5th Panzer Division, right? The East German 5th Panzer Division, 7th Panzer Division, excuse me. I think they mentioned that T-72s and BMP2s, of which they had 3 of, were mainly used by that one division they mentioned. So this is not the most quote-unquote high-tech East German tank division, I believe. I think there's gonna be, or should be, one more with the BMP2s and presumably more T-72s. But yeah, East Germany definitely had BMP2s. They specifically said they didn't have a lot, which is why they only have BMP1s. I assume we're gonna see a different division that is gonna have the BMP2s. Either that, or maybe the model. No, the model was ready because the Soviets have them. Yeah. Whatever. Limitations of division system. Yeah, I agree. But I'd hope they, it is Cold War gone out. It's still kind of a fictional scenario. I wish they were like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some ways to make the division system a bit more, let's say, varied, or a bit deck building a bit more meaningful. Historical or not, I just don't think it's that fun. If like right now the difference between the 7th Panzer Division and the 4th Mordschützen Division, just not very big. They're both Mordschützen heavy. One gets a few T-72s, but once they're out of them, they gotta use the T-55s, just like the other division. You get some Fallschirmjäger, okay, but at the end of the day, how different are Fallschirmjäger to Mordschützen? In Wargame, you'd also have a speed difference, and like an overall DPS difference, besides, the training and the HP of the squad. Here, you don't, right? The only difference is the MG, and you have better MG DPS, but worse rifle DPS, and the same anti-tank weaponry. Your speed is gonna be the same, your accuracy is gonna be the same, your stress resistance, assuming they're both on elite, right, is gonna be the exact same, everything is gonna be the same. Like, if Mordschützen had 7 AK-74s and 1 LMGK, they have the exact same DPS. I don't know. Realistic, like I think that this is more realistic, right? I don't think that having elite training versus regular training would suddenly like triple the rate of fire that you can have on your AK, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like what Wargame did was realistic, but I think it was more playerful and it created more differences between infantry squads, even if it wasn't realistic. Elite squads would be significantly more mobile, could actually hunt down retreating infantry efficiently, could actually stick around a lot, was, yes, they are essentially by definition more accurate and stronger as well. But if a Panzer Grenadier squad has the exact same weaponry as a Fallschirmjäger squad and you get it on elite, they're gonna have the exact same DPS. I just don't find it very, it's gonna take a good bit out of the deck building in my eyes. And like, out of the infantry variety, we already have the issue that with 1989, you're gonna see a lot less different anti-tank weaponry because basic RPG-7s are basically phased out by almost everyone, right? You don't have the choice in the Soviets. You don't have the choice between the RPG-7 VR, Modus 90 or Modus, Modus Strike 89 versus Modus Strike 75, where one has a more modern AT weapon but is more expensive, and the other one doesn't, right? You don't have that option here, which, yes, I guess it's realistic, fine, but it lacks variety. Well, in any case, that's my point about divisions. I've said that many times before. I can say it as often as you want. That's just how it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, hope you enjoyed the stream. Despite my constant whining. Aren't existing decks still incomplete? To an extent, yes. Toad weapons are missing. T62s are missing. But I'll be honest, I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I was wrong if all the additional units are gonna end up with a lot more varied decks, and varied divisions, you know. I'll freely admit that I was wrong, that it's a lot more varied than I feared or anticipated. It's not I'm not that far up my own ass that I would never admit I'm wrong. I'd rather be wrong and suddenly see a lot more in this game than I do right now. Gladly. Grenade launcher weapons or maximum weapons? I suppose. I mean, the funny thing is, right, there are certainly some infantry squads that, you know, are kind of new. Like, I really like the concept of Panzerjäger. They're not really necessary because we don't have VRs now. That's new. I'm pretty sure they had VLs before, didn't they? I mean, even then, I don't think they're really necessary because having 18 AP on everything single Motritzen squad is just it's just, you don't really need Panzerjäger right now anyway. Because, no, I think they already had VRs. But the thing is, the VL is just good enough. Having it on all of your Motritzen squad is gonna be fine. You don't really need Panzerjäger. But in general, I think the Panzerjäger concept is very interesting. I forgot that I had VR because I just never used them after a while. While I really like the concept, they're just not necessary in East German decks. If, like, the 5th Panzerdivision had something like that. Because all they're stuck with, the best thing they have is a Carl Gustav. I think that'd be interesting. If they had like a dual Panzerfaust 3 squad or something. They'd really like it, I guess. But forest fights are also just so much weirder than in Wargame. In Wargame they felt a lot more dynamic. Here they feel like it might just also be part of the UI. But I think the other issue is just that here you don't have such a variety of tanks, right? What do you have? You have heavy-ish tanks. If you're playing Soviets, all you have is heavy-ish tanks. You don't have like a cheap T80 or cheap T72 that you can use specifically for forest fights, right? You don't have that here. What do you have in Germany? You have 2 or 3 snapper ones. 2 or 3s are okay for forests, but you don't want to really do it either because then you're gonna be in RPG-7 VR range, or you're gonna be just murdered by 2 cheaper tanks. You have level 1s which just get one shot. Like right now, forest fights like in Wargame don't really exist either. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. In any case, for the 5th time. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know when I'll stream again. I don't know. Maybe when I'm gonna release it next week. Maybe not for a while again. Maybe only with the next milestone or something. We'll see. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll hopefully see you next time.